Good morning and welcome to Redeemer. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. This week we've been looking at what happened to the apostles. What are the legends and the stories about the apostles after the Bible leaves them off? And today we're first talking about Matthew. Matthew was a tax collector, and his symbol is bags of money. That makes sense for a tax collector. Now, there is some debate about connecting his name to the first gospel that we have listed in the New Testament. That's unsure. Scholars aren't quite sure about that. Legend says that Matthew preached to Jews and that he ended up being a martyr in Ethiopia. That's all we know or suspect about Matthew. So then we move to Peter. Now, a few days ago, we did Andrew, and Peter was Andrew's brother. Most scholars think that Peter actually did write the book of First Peter, and there's some evidence that Peter was a key source behind Mark's gospel. No one really knows what happened to Peter after the Bible stops talking about him. There are reports of him working all over Asia Minor. There's a strong tradition that he ended up in Rome, and if so, it was after Paul was killed, since St. Paul never mentions him there. It is probable that he went there late in his career, that he was there a few months, and then he was martyred. Legend says that when he was to be crucified, he requested to be crucified head downward, saying, "I die for my Lord, not worthy to die like him." There's also another legend that has a Latin name called Quo Vadis. It's a legendary story where Peter actually escaped in Rome and meets Jesus on the road, rushing into Rome to die in Peter's place. And Peter returns instead. Peter is considered to be the first pope and is supposedly buried under St. Peter's Basilica. And that's why that site was chosen about AD 180. When Jesus was asked who the disciples say he is, it was Peter who answered, "You are the Christ." Then Jesus gave him the keys of the kingdom. In other words, what you bind on earth is bound in heaven, and what you loose on earth is loosed in heaven. That's why his symbol is a set of keys. I hope you have a great day. Remember, let this day belong to God.